Hi, I'm Randy Alvarez. Welcome to this week's Randy Alvarez Video Blog Marketing Report. I'm going to share an experience I had a couple of weeks ago. I'm in Honolulu on business, and I've really never traveled around the island because I usually go to Maui or Kauai or somewhere else. So I'm traveling around the island because I heard about this Turtle Bay. And Turtle Bay is supposed to be this beautiful resort that everybody seems to be talking about. It was featured in a movie. So I arrived there, nothing like what I expected. And the rates were like $500, $700 a night. So I went to the front desk person and I asked them, I said, can you tell me a little bit about the rates? And also I said, I'm traveling around the island. I'd like to look at some of the sites. What do you recommend? And she looked up for just a moment and she was talking to me and looking at her screen on her computer at the same time. And she said, well, other than the Polynesian Center, there's really not much to look at on the island, okay? And I'm thinking, she doesn't know that I'm not staying there. And I thought, and she didn't smile, never had eye contact with me. And I thought, wow, what if I was spending $500 a night? What if I was excited about this place and ran into her? Maybe she was having a bad day. But then I looked, and I have a hypersensitivity toward customer service and customer needs, things like that. And I look across at the check-in booth, and there's a bunch of people checking in, probably 7 different people. And it looked like the Department of Motor Vehicles. It was transactional. People, they were just talking, the expressions on their face. The person I was with, I said, look at their faces. I go, it looks like the Department of Motor Vehicles. And she agreed. She said, yeah, it looks like the Department of Motor Vehicles. And then I got to thinking, I bet there's very few people that come back here or stay here. And I asked the person at the front desk, I said, what is the occupancy right now? They said, we're running at about 50%. And I said, really? And they said, well, the economy. And I thought, is it the economy or is it the staff that's so blah and they don't care about what's going on? The moral to that story, what I'm trying to mention to all of you, and I'm sure they've had some training, is your staff excited when a first-time patient or client walks in the door? We all have to be reminded that oftentimes it's their first time. And for those of you that are plastic surgeons, dermatologists, integrated medicine doctors, there's a nervousness. So the friendlier you can act, the better. In medicine, they say that an unseen stressor could cause you fatigue. So you may have a lesion on your lung. You may have a tumor that you're not aware about. And what happens is that it drains you of energy. And that's an unseen stressor. A seen stressor is the obvious: smoking, drinking, not sleeping enough. So in your practice, you may have a lot of those unseen stressors going on. In this economy especially, you have to remind your staff. See, nobody's going to care as much about this as you because you're the owner of the company. So you have to daily, weekly, remind your staff that you're trying to create this unique experience. What led me to talk about this in my marketing report, because I always think that this isn't even necessary. It's obvious that you're nice and you smile. When people come to the Wellness Hour studios, we take it a step further. I say, look, and first of all, I hire people that, with the exception of Pat Robertson, my production manager, I hire people that can smile and talk, okay? And so, because my production manager is a very serious person, but people that can smile and talk. And so I say, make sure that you show your teeth when they get here. There's a difference between a smile like this and just a, hi, how are you? We want to be approachable. But what led me to talk about this today, I was at a restaurant the other day, happening, hip, cool restaurant where all the cool people go. You can imagine I go where all the cool people go. And I go to this restaurant and it's packed. I can't get in. It's 5:30, 6 o'clock on a Friday night. And I said to the person I was with, you know what? There's one place we know for sure we could get in, the best food in San Diego, but nobody ever goes to this restaurant. It's by Whole Foods in Encinitas. Go there. They have the best salmon, $20. I mean, the prices are fantastic. There's nobody in there. One other person there. So the waiter, who's the same waiter that helps me every time, I said, I seem to show up every time you're shift. He goes, well, I'm the only person that works here. That's the waiter and the owner that cooks, right? And I said, you know, you guys have the best food. I'm trying to compliment this guy. You have the best food, and it seems like more people need to know about it. And they've been there for 4 years. And he says, you know, people come here, they all say the same thing. Your food is great, and then we never see him again. And he's like bummed out. He's crapping me out before my meal. And through the stage of this dinner, this guy was so negative, I realized why nobody goes back. It's him. He's the unseen stressor. This poor owner is so busy doing what he's doing, cooking phenomenal meals. In fact, I post these pictures of this food on Facebook. The layout, the presentation is fantastic. Great food, great chef. But guess what? His front desk, his front staff is blowing it for him. I feel like calling the owner, but I'm so worried about karma these days that, you know, I try to put nothing but great stuff out there, right, to the universe. I don't want to get too heavy on you guys. But that I'm afraid to call. I don't know if it's my place, but if I ever had a chance to talk to this owner, hopefully this owner will watch my marketing report. In fact, I told this waiter, I was trying to get a conversation with him. He wanted nothing to do with me. And I said, you know, do you guys post like pictures of delicious food? Because you guys have great food on Facebook. He said, Facebook is a passing fad. Anyway, I guess the rest is history. So this is a reminder. Remind your staff daily how important it is to treat people extraordinarily well. That's this week's report. We'll see you next week.